Have a good day. LA Beast here, and I can guarantee that bacon is a food item enjoyed by millions and millions of people from all over the world on a daily basis. Now, is all bacon made the same? The answer to that question is no, because you have smoky style bacon, maple syrup cured bacon, there's Canadian bacon. And for only $166.70, what I have here in my hands right now, the contents of this can was put in there in the years 1939 to 1945, made by the Swift & Company in Chicago, Illinois. I have here some World War II era, pre-fried, pre-cooked bacon in a can. And as you can clearly see by the rust in the can, who knows what I'm getting myself into. And at one point, probably it looks like maybe in the 1970s, for $5.75, you could once buy this can of bacon. You know what? Today, we're going to answer the age-old question of it. You know what? If there was a zombie apocalypse tomorrow, could human beings survive on 80-year-old canned food? Specifically, bacon. I don't know. But you know what? We're going to find out together. I immediately went on YouTube and I searched Steve 1989 MRE's channel. He's pretty good at eating old school army rations, and he has not consumed 80-year-old bacon, but I did find a video. He once consumed 100-year-old beef. And after me watching him do that, I thought to myself, you know what? Eating 80-year-old bacon wouldn't be so bad. So things were looking promising until I saw this video, and we're gonna wrap it up here. This is the third note that I have. Forgotten Shelf TV on YouTube. He actually bought a can of bacon from the 1970s, and he opened that up, he cooked it up and stuff for a YouTube video, turned into greasy mush. Horrible, foul smell. Do not eat. Demo only. I can definitely tell you, I'm in for a treat today. My hand is shaking a little bit. Did I once get violently ill after consuming meat from the Asian market that I didn't cook? Absolutely. So what I've done here today to ensure that this pre-fried, completely cooked bacon has no botulism in this can, I went out and I purchased this George Foreman grill. Pre-fried, pre-cooked, cooked on this George Foreman grill equals triple action cooking safety. There's instructions on the top of the can. Just remove the bacon from the parchment paper, and then for 5 minutes in an oven or a grill, cook the bacon until crispy, and voila. You know, that seems a lot easier than how it's gonna turn out for me today. And I actually had this clipboard. Now there's a checklist, what does it smell like? What does it look like? What does it taste like? And then I have 3 separate taste tests on my qualifications on whether or not consuming 80-plus-year-old bacon is safe for humans here in 2025. None of the words that have come out of my mouth so far in this video have been scientifically proven. There's no better place than here. There's no better time than now. And was A River Wild a great movie starring Kevin Bacon, even though it wasn't starring himself? Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm opening up a can of World War II era, 80-plus-year-old, pre-fried, completely cooked bacon. Let's see if we can just somehow do this with the least amount of rust possible. That's what it looks like. It smells like a beef jerky stick, and I didn't even put my nose into this thing. Let's just get an initial whiff. Up close, what I'm seeing, it kind of looks like it's salted. I feel like they sprinkled salt on there. And you know what? That's what the lid looks like. We'll get an up close shot of that. I just want to document everything. Let's go down the checklist. What is the initial smell, ladies and gentlemen? Straight up. I thought it was gonna smell like an old suit jacket doused in skunk juice. It smells like a piece of ham. The deli at the grocery store, buy a thing of ham. I'm sniffing 80-year-old ham right now. All right, so you know what? I'll go on the checklist here. Initial smell, ham. All right. I do have a separate plate. Let's unbox this thing. Let's get it onto a tray. Let's get it onto a tray, aka this plate. All right, screw it. It's wet, it's greasy, it's fatty. Interesting, it just smells like salted ham. That's the inside of the can, as you can see right there. And you can definitely see that it is in fact wet and greasy. So the second question I have here, is it greasy? Yes. It's greasy. I'm gonna have to throw away the pen. All right, I'll just show everybody up close. This is interesting. Still intact, World War II, pre-fried, completely cooked bacon in a can. It is wet. It looks like it was like preserved in like salt, large granulars of salt. All right, so we got the up close. You know, let's just open this thing up. Very salty. You hear that noise right there? That's a sound of pure fatness. Oh my gosh. I just got 80-year-old bacon grease on my favorite blanket. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, we'll just gonna throw that there. Everything is gonna get sped up. There's gonna be no tomfoolery. Now I'm going to set up the George Foreman right now. Speed this part up, get a nice little montage. '80-year-old World War II bacon, it just seems like it's been preserved well inside this can, even though the can's rusty, and even though this is a mushiness, it doesn't smell that bad. It smells like a salted, cured ham, and then that's it. So it's been about 3 or 4 minutes. The George Foreman grill is definitely heated and ready to go. Just going to, we got the little grease, there's a grease tray right there, and then here we go. Let's see if I can at least get, okay. This is definitely, it's falling apart to the touch. That's a solid piece of 80-year-old bacon. We'll just put it. Okay. Let's get that big chunk right in there. All right. That's another solid 80-year-old piece of bacon. Nice. And honestly, there's plenty to go around. So, just very crumbly. It's just very crumbly. Then we'll go there and there. All right. So there we go. We got the up close shots, and let's just gotta wait. We gotta wait a little bit here. First test here, I'm just going to be eating an 80-year-old plus piece of bacon and answering the question of whether or not it's crispy. So here's the initial. Doesn't look bad, and it doesn't smell bad. Whatever fat and grease, it's in the grease tray, as you can see right there. Let's get that onto the plate. Ouchie! It's just it's a little hot here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the LA Beast, and to answer the question of whether or not if the zombie apocalypse happened tomorrow, could human beings survive off of 80-year-old bacon in a can? Screw it. Screw it. Here's a piece of 80-year-old bacon. Amen. It's got a little crispiness to it. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. I'm just let it simmer in my mouth there. Just the very first initial thought, as I just had a piece of 80-year-old bacon, there was crispiness. Now, as I was chewing it, I did, as if I was eating a fresh piece of bacon, I got slight crispiness. And then the more that I chewed, the flavor of the bacon I started to taste. But the flavor of the bacon, it's very salty. 80-year-old bacon is very, very, very salty, not bad. Like when I consume 1992 Butterfinger chocolate bars, 20, 30-year-old peanuts and chocolate, that stuff goes rancid, where it just tastes like acid raindrop chemicals. I'm getting none of that whatsoever. It looks gross, it's mushy. Was it still crispy? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was very salty, and now in the back of my throat, I'm getting a slight hint of chemicals in my throat there. All right, so we've had time to let this cool off. Like this piece, it's like crispier. It's just very, very, very salty, hammy bacon. I'm just gonna cook up one more batch of bacon on the George Foreman. We're gonna speed it up and then conclude with the final two tests. So here we go. We can speed this part up. You know what, as I'm smelling it, it does smell like bacon, but there's like an initial hint of burnt popcorn as well. I just wanted to put that in there for the record. All right, without further ado, I'm going to take this monstrosity pile, World War II 80-year-old bacon. I'm going to put it off to the side here so it can create just a little extra room for me to make this BLT. I got 2 pieces of bread. I have a container. I'm making a BLT with 80-year-old bacon. Here we go. Oh, that's a good slice right there. All right. BLT. What the hell am I doing? I don't know. Whatever chunk of bacon I took that time is a little bit more questionable. You can see it. There it is. 80-year-old bacon. The BLT, it tastes a little sour. There's a little bit of sourness in there. When it comes to all the expired things that I've ever consumed in my lifetime, I tried out just a single strip of 80-year-old bacon. I took 80-year-old bacon and I put it and made a BLT. I feel fine so far. There's no adverse effects to where I'm like, I'm eating expired, crazy 80-year-old stuff. I'm not experiencing any of that right now. And then the final test that I wanted to conclude with here is fully cooked, refried bacon. Now you can actually eat this anywhere on the go.
No, you can't.
So what I'm gonna do, and then you know what, if I don't finish this video off shortly, this entire upstairs is filled with 80-year-old bacon smoke. That's 80-year-old pre-cooked bacon, and this is brand new 2025 pre-cooked bacon. And we're gonna try this one first. It doesn't have a smell to it. This is just kind of like a dry, chewy jerky. There's no like salt. There's really no flavor to it. Not bad. Pre-cooked bacon from 2025. Just again, here we go. I'm eating 80-year-old bacon. Man, no better. Slight chemicals. The initial chew, the flavor is there. Very salty. It's just like in the back of my brain. I'm like this is not healthy for you. And honestly, I was a lot more nervous heading into this than as I'm about to take this. I'm about to take this final bite of 80-year-old bacon. Overall, if we had to conclude everything right now, first and foremost, shout out to Kevin Bacon in the great movie A River Wild. He delivers a phenomenal performance. It didn't smell rancid. It just smelled like a fresh ham. The taste itself, it's very salty. I would have to conclude overall, if there was a zombie apocalypse tomorrow, could human beings survive off of eating 80-year-old canned bacon? 78% yes. I was nervous, and I think as we're gonna end this, am I gonna eat the rest of this poop plate full of bacon? No, I'm not. I think that went a whole lot better than I thought it would. So that's it. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I think it's amazing that I just ate 80-year-old bacon and it tasted pretty good to me. I'll do an update maybe right before I go to bed just to see how I feel a little bit later on. But until then, if I don't see you, I appreciate everybody. LA Beast, 80-year-old bacon tastes pretty damn good. Have a good day. I got to get the fan on immediately. All right, right now it's about 8:45 p.m. And about 15 minutes ago in the bathroom, I had some minor mishu-pishu from my butthole. But besides that, overall, I feel okay after consuming from this rusty can 80-year-old plus bacon from the World War II era. I feel fine. And you know what? This entire upstairs grill was smoking pretty bad. It smells like 1945 bacon up here. But it smells good. Again, it doesn't smell bad. I think everything in the canister was like very greasy, but I guess it was like doused in salt. And I guess maybe the salt preserved the bacon from this can. And then I also noticed, I just wanted to point this out, the letter A and then 1, and then it's 7156. Now, if anybody could quite possibly tell me what those numbers mean, or maybe you can like tell me the specific date of when this was packaged, but A1 7156, and again the can was made by Swift and Company. I'll put it close up. Hey, you know what the crazy thing is? My dad, he's turning 79, so my dad is just as old as that can of bacon. You know what? He's turning 79 years young. Heck yeah. Good day.